Okay, I think I'm live. Okay, good. Don't have to press any more buttons. Okay. So welcome to the drawing session for the next live stream. We've got this lovely subtle blue and grey snowy landscape. And I'm hoping, compared to the last one, this is going to be relatively straightforward. And I've got my Fabriano Artistico paper. And to be honest, I wouldn't usually grid this up. I have gridded up the reference and I put the little grid dots on just to guide us. But I think we could probably draw that without the grid. And in fact, sometimes the grid can hinder you. You get so focused on the little boxes that you lose some of the big picture. And this is 10 by 14. This is okay. So let's start. Let's just have a quick look. And where should we start? So let's start with the big shapes. So the horizon is roughly across the middle, which I know is a big no-no, but I think it's fine for this. But let's start with our big shapes of the barns first and get those main points in. There's lots of gubbins and, you know, there's tree branches and all sorts. We're not going to put those in, just we're going to put in the main shapes, roughly where the path is and where the main shadows are on the snow and some of the posts, and I think we'll be done. I don't think it'll take too long, this actually. Okay, right, I'm going to put my reference slightly up the way. You've got it up on the screen. Sorry, my noggin gets in the way a bit. Right, let's start with this. Let's start with this roof. I'm just eyeballing this. A little dot where it starts, it comes back. It's about a quarter. It's angled ever so slightly down. Okay. And this diagonal coming in here comes down quite a way actually. And aim a line for that end dot. And it finishes, the other side is slightly lower as it's going away from us. So it comes down to around here. Just slightly less than that, isn't it? Okay, I'll get my eraser out just to get that dot off. Just a little bit of graphite. Too much there. Okay. This comes in a little bit. I do like these little cut-out bits. Goes through that centre line down to the bottom. Now this roof here actually comes down, angles out. Oh, I didn't angle this one out to look very much. Okay, let's just do it. Maybe I'll just leave it. It wasn't one of the things that really caught my eye when I was getting this one out. Now, I think that might be, I like it to be, I like my roofs to be kind of chunky. How's that looking? Just about okay. That comes in quite a way there. Again, making my verticals vertical. A little bit that comes out and down. Okay. Comes just below that centre line. That comes slightly down. It shouldn't go down, it should go slightly up. I'm going to change that. Below our eye line, so that should go up. Okay, let's leave that there. Let's put in this little one next to it. This in here, and it finishes just past that centre line. My lines are quite light. Now I've just emphasised that little gap in there. I just think it's slightly too, on the reference, it's just slightly too small for me. I just want a slightly more interesting shape in there. Go across, up. There's actually, I'm going to draw, let's draw in this side first. It doesn't go in very much, but I'm going to just tuck it in a little bit to show that piece of roof coming out. Comes down, and then there's some kind of, what would I call it, a lean-to? I'd call it a lean-to. I don't know if that's an American word or not. That's probably going to go straight up that, almost looking at it edge on. There's stuff going on in there which I'm not going to draw just yet, and then there's another little hut right next to it that finishes. It's got some nice geometric shapes in this, and then some organic foliage as well, which is nice. It's very tiny, that, because it's almost looking at it edge on. A couple of verticals. Okay. Then we have some background, and then this one starts around here. No, we could use the grid here. I might actually use the roof kind of finishes just at the level of that little teeny barn. Now that roof goes up and finishes around here. It's quite a tricky one to draw this. Doing it in bits. Just angles out slightly. It's a sliver, this roof. It's also almost the lightest thing in the picture. The light is coming from over here and it's just hitting that roof there. Actually tapers off a little bit. Let's put that in, see if that looks weird. And so I'm going to move the palette. And this is going to be kind of level because it's edge on. Comes out to around here. Bring that line down. Is that right? Does that look about right? Yes. Just put a little bit of width on that, mostly just to remind me when we're actually going to come and paint it. So, little sticky out bit, technical term there. A lot of geometric shapes. Tucks in a little bit. You can probably just about see the side of that. Comes down. I'm not doing anything at the bottom. This is all going to be quite organic down there. Right, now there's a little piece of roof that pokes out, which is kind of nice. Let's put in that vertical. We can just see some stuff going on just in that sliver. Vertical comes up. And across. Just you can see just a little bit of the roof line there. Angled out slightly. Nice. And then there's another little bit the other side, and I think that's It's pretty much the same level. I'm going to stick it slightly lower just to give it a bit of. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, it might come out a little bit. Just a little bit of variety in there. Right, let's put some windows in. Now they've got these white surrounds. I'm not going to draw the white surrounds. I'm just going to draw the dark bits. Is that too high? A little bit of hard graphite there. Okay, a little chimney coming out. I don't really need to draw these in because these will go in kind of graphically. Now let's put in this mountain. Now this mountain almost comes out. I'm debating whether to come down here. I don't want it to come out straight from here, or yeah, let's come out from down here. Wiggle the line of it, and then this one comes down. There the snow starts. Okay, just a couple more windows whilst we're here. And I don't put in the bottoms of them ever. And there's another one here, which is on the same horizontal as that one. Okay, nice. Right, let's join these bits up. Now there's a little bit of snow that comes out, just angles down slightly. And there's some gubbins in there. And can't quite see. Yeah, that comes down. Slight back bit. Put in these trees. I'm just checking I've gone up far enough. Making the edges nice and irregular. And I'm just going to vary the heights of these. They're all about the same height, which I don't think is a good thing. And they finish out here. Another little one in here. Now I'm drawing these. When we come to paint them, they're going to be done pretty quickly. So we may not follow the graphite too much. I'm just putting the outlines of those ones with no leaves on. And there's another one with no leaves on over here. There we go. Right. It's got some kind of little chimney on it. Put that in. I'll probably paint over that by mistake. Right, let's come back again. And we've got these poles, which I'm not going to put in right now. Oh, let's put in this tree. There's a nice little tree behind this roof, which will bring out the white of that roof. And okay, oh, that was, oh, I didn't draw this bit, did I? Look at that, I didn't draw that bit. I might not have left much room with all my shenanigans of moving stuff around. This is just stuff. I'm going to put that little line in. There's a little something or other. Stuff. Okay. And here we've got some other things with snow on the top, which I think will be quite nice to put in. Just put in, yeah, probably put in too much detail there. I probably should just put in the outline. Okay, there we are. Nice. All right, let's come back again. This thing here, this stuff, I'm not really looking at the reference. I'm not going to put in anything. I'm just going to put in the bottom where it hits the snow. Dark there. It's a little light piece as it comes up. Pencil could be a little sharper. And light piece that comes out. And when I'm looking at this, I'm kind of looking at these little shapes here, making sure they're in there. Nice little cutout bit here. Right, that goes on to this barn. I'm just going to put one line in where this roof hits the wall. Some vertical window which is lighter, which could, it's not too angled, slightly angled. This comes down. Starts again. A window here. Now this window is actually different. This window is darker at the bottom. A bit of dark at the bottom there. Okay, let's put in this bottom piece. We've got these poles in here which will break up this bottom dark line, which is nice. There you go. Okay, just restate this a little bit. All right. Okay, and I'm liking this kind of nice lot of detail across here. Now there's this chimney pot here, which is right in front of that tree. Now I kind of like having that tree there because again it will bring out the roof bit. But let's move this along a bit. Put it here. I mean, we could lose it completely if we wanted. And a bit of a tree up here. Make that somewhat more irregular. Not sure about that now. Let's put in these windows here. There's 3 of them. I don't think they're actually equally spaced. Putting in the tops. And I kind of like making these dark bits of the windows dark, the graphite. It just makes the drawing look a little better, I think. Gives me more of an idea of what's going on. Okay. Right, and then more trees over here. Stuff back here. Now there's this thing. It's another kind of lean-to here, which has got snow on the top, which we must remember to leave white. line there. The snow comes down a little bit. And something else in here, which will just be a few marks when we get to it. Okay, how's that looking? I think I'm okay. I'm okay. Fingers crossed. Right, now these trees here, they've got these branches will be put in with dry brush, so I'm not going to draw those. I'm going to draw the snow line. Come to the edge. A little bit of slightly darker stuff in there. Pole. Now these trunks. Just going to draw the main trunks in. Just with a few branches coming out. These are actually quite light. This could be quite tricky when we get to do this because we're going to have some counter change. We've got a dark tree behind here and these branches are light. And then when they go against the sky, they're a bit darker. So it'll be fun to do. Okay, just another one, I think. Just angle it out slightly more. Okay, so we're going to have to do that completely with paint when we get to it, which is okay. And another tree that comes back here. So we're going to have to do a lot of negative painting with this. We might get some gouache out. There's bound to be a few things that get over painted. I try not to use too much gouache, and if I do use it, I try and use it so it doesn't really notice that it's being used. It's kind of good for just odd accents. Okay, put that line in again. All right, okay, now how much do we want to put in this foreground? Got these lovely snow pieces, this nice shadow that shows the road. I'm going to use some dry brush for this. We're going to use some soft edges for here. So I don't really want to draw in too much. I don't want the graphite to show through too much. So I'm just going to put in a few marks where the road starts and ends. Just hopefully I'll be able to see these. From here, then it angles ever so slightly. Comes down. Maybe just a couple of marks where that snow goes over. There's this one here, which is okay. That's all I'm going to do for that side of the road. Just going to lightly put in this side, which is even going to show the graphite even more. Comes down to here. That works good. Comes out a little bit, curves around. A little bit of snow poking out there. And it finishes down here. I don't know if you can see that, but I think that's all I'm gonna do for that. Let's put in some of these posts, or this little bit of stuff here, which I think is kind of important. It starts just below. We could connect it to that so the darks follow. I think we can afford a little bit of gap there. Not drawing any shadows on this. The light's coming from over there. There's a little shadow behind it. But we'll put those on just with paint. Put in just a few of these posts. Okay, just looking at this gap. Yes, I think that's why I've got the snow coming up. Right, and then these posts over here, and I like these posts because you can start with the darks over here and basically go through the whole painting right down into the posts. Even here it goes, yes, we did do this, yeah, it goes into that and out there. All the darks can be connected up, which I do like. Right, let's put one in here. Just, I am looking at my grid lines now. There's this one here. Wondering whether that might leave a little gap on this one. Slightly fatter as it's closer to us. So I've got a little shadow behind it, which is nice. And then we have some more. Just checking my perspective isn't too far off. There we go. I think we're pretty much done. We don't need any more detail in there. We don't need any more detail in there. Okay, so how long did that take? 28 minutes. Well, yeah, too long, not too long. I'm just going to stand back and have a look at it, see if I'm happy. Yep, I think I'm happy. I'm wondering about having an extra tree over here, but let's leave it at that for now. One line I didn't want to put in, I think this line here for the side of the barn. Have I forgotten anything important? I'm leaving this one, this post out because it's kind of, I could angle it back in, but let's leave it out for now and see if it needs it. There's this stuff down there which could go in. I don't want lots of contrast down here to detract from what's going on in the middle. Okay, let's put in just one of these. No, I'm not going to put in the posts because when I come to paint them, I have to get the angle exactly right, and often I can't. Okay, right, that's all done. Well, I will see you on Wednesday and we'll do the painting. Okay, I'll see you on Wednesday. Thank you for watching.